Hello everyone. In this video, we'll see how we can create multi-select lookup using SysLookupMultiSelectGrid. So first thing is that we need to make sure we have a contract. So in our last video, we have already created a contract. So we are going to use the same contract, only this one. The next thing is that in order to retrieve these records, either in your report or your batch, you will need to use list and list enumerator. So here I have simply specified a new list. Now using my contract, I will get a list here. Then I'm simply using get enumerator function and I'm assigning it everywhere so that I can traverse through my list. Then I'm going to use this move next function so that I keep looping inside, and using this current function I am able to get the current record here. So these two prereq are already completed in our last video. Now the only change that we'll do will write our UI builder again here. Okay, so first thing is that I'm going to again create a dialog field, and I will say dlf customer list. Alright, then I'm going to use my post run method here. I will say public void post run method. Inside this method I will write the code. Now I can get this customer list, and I can say this dot bind info dot get from dialog, get dialog field, and I will use a data contract here. So I can say this dot data contract object, and then here I need to specify which field I'm interested. So I'm interested in the list, like the param list. So here I need to give my data contract name, that is sc contract 2, then this function param customer list. That's it. Now we have the reference here. So I'm going to close it. Okay. Now the next thing is that I'm going to call my register override method here. So I can simply say dlf customer list dot okay. Now when I will call this register override method, I'm simply going to override the lookup method. So first of all, I will write code for my lookup method here. So let me comment this for now. So I will say public void, and let me give a random name. I will say multi-select lookup of my cust account. Okay, something like this. And here I will get my form string control reference, and I can say form string control. Alright, now once I have all this, I'm going to use this particular thing. So let me tell you, SysLookup multi-select control that we used in our last video. So now I'm going to use this grid one, and here we have a function called lookup. Now if you say this function, what we need a query, we need a form string control ID, and again we need the form string control. Okay, so that will easily get from here. Query will create. Okay, so query and all this, they are optional, but I need a container as well. So what I will do, I will first of all create a query. Let me comment this. So I will create a query. I will say query equals to new query, and then inside my query I need to add my data source. So I can say query build data source. I can say cust table data source equals to query dot add data source, Inside my data source, I need to specify my table ID, that is my cust table. Okay, here I have specified my query is ready, my data source is ready, but I can now also tell what all fields I need. So let me say that I'm interested in only a few fields. For example, let me say fields. Here I can specify my field. So as I'm only interested in my account number field and cust group field from my cust table. So I can say cust table dot fields. Out of all this field, I'm only going to select a single field. Then I can specify my field here. I can say cust table, comma, this time I will say cust group. Alright, now my query is completely ready. Also what all fields I need, that is also ready. And now I will need to create a container here. So I will say container, and let me say this as container equals to, and let me assign here. So let me assign my table name. Say table my table is my cust table, and then field. So let me say cust table, comma, account num field. Container is ready. Now I can uncomment this, and let me close this first. Okay, now we'll start writing. First we need query is already ready. Then we need form string control. So form string control is already available. Again we need form string control, already available. Again we need form string control, it's already available. Container is also ready, named as CUN container, and that's it. So let me, okay, this is done. Okay, now what we'll do the register override method. Now I can call this. So here I can say dlf call here dot register override method, as I want to override my form string control. Let me say here again form string control, comma, my lookup method, and I'm going to override this with my SCUibuilder2 class. SCUibuilder, and here the function name is this multiselect lookup cust account, and I need to pass the reference here. You can say this, right? So this is completed. Now here I will specify one more condition here. If my this DLF customer list, I can use DLF customer list dot lookup button. I will say this as 2, and let me trigger a build. So build is completed, and now when I will click on this, I can select randomly anyone. For example, let me select this 27 and 40. When I click OK, and you can see I can get these customer IDs easily using multiselect. So let me reiterate what we did. The first thing is that we need to make sure we have the correct contract. Second thing is, in order to get these values in our service class, we need to use list. And now in our UI builder, first thing is that here we go. So we First of all, we need to extend this with SysOperation uibuilder. Make sure your uibuilder and contract, they are linked using this keyword SysOperation contract processing. And then here we define our dialog field. Now using post run, I simply get the reference here. I binded my dialog field, this particular field into this one. Then here I call my register override method. I basically override my lookup method with my custom this custom method. Put a space here. Yeah. Then I simply call this method. I pass my form string control. I created a query. I define what all fields I needed. I created a container. Then I use the SysLookupMultiSelectGrid dot lookup. Here I specify query. I need to provide my form string control. I need to specify my controller here. Then here I use this dot lookup button function. That's it. So thanks for watching this video.